am back for episode 4, I believe. I could be wrong. By the time we post this, it could be a different episode. I'm hoping very much it's 4, because I've done my intro, I've done the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot review in progress, and also I have done a Hero Land review. But today, I am talking just about one thing, and one thing only, and that is the Switch. Now, I'm just going to go straight into this. So here are the reasons why I think every single gamer on the planet should own a Nintendo Switch. So, the Switch. So it's worth mentioning, you may have been reading some of my stuff. I was like on the fence, massively so, about the Switch, whether or not to buy one. And I mean, I've had one for about 2 weeks now, probably about 3 weeks by the time this is posted. And I don't know why I didn't get one 6 months to a year ago. It is just amazing. Now, I've only really been playing Pokemon Shield and Pokemon Let's Go. You can see a little Pikachu there, because I am a man-child and I love Pokemon possibly more than most other things, especially kids games. I've said before, you can check it out in my old articles. Pokemon Blue is one of the games that got me into gaming. Every few years I replay the Pokemon Blue game just because I love it so much, whether it be on my old Game Boy Color or as an emulator. Now I can play the new improved version. Let's go. So I'm going to talk about it in a minute, but the Switch is a premise. You might be thinking, oh, do I really need one? I play my own console a lot myself. I don't really feel like I need to play the kids' games on the Switch. Fair enough, you might not, but there's a hell of a lot of games on offer. I've found that already by looking at games I want to buy on the Switch, realising how many games there are on the Switch. There's like games like Devil May Cry that have been remastered, there's Doom, there's Elder Scrolls, there's Dark Souls, and obviously you've got all the Nintendo games, you've got loads of indie games which are really cheap, you've even got party games like Jackbox Party Packs. There are so many games on the Switch, and they aren't expensive. I found a deal, got Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, haven't played it yet, but I've been wanting to play it for a long time, got it for 18 quid. So the games aren't even, I mean, some of the new ones are bad, but if you go somewhere like CEX, they're a little bit cheaper because they're traded in, and also they're cartridges, they don't really get scratched and stuff. And it's also, worth mentioning that I've been like, I can't spend that much money. I'm getting married this year, I've just bought a house, there's no way I can afford a Switch. I recently bought and sold a PSVR within about a year and a half. I bought and sold it. I was like, well, I'm not wasting that sort of money again. Put myself on credit card. But with this, I did the very credit extension thing, and it honestly is what I recommend it highly. So you can buy now and pay up to 6 months, no credit, no interest on the payment. So because of that, I bought the Switch with a bundle with Mario Kart and Let's Go, and that was like 360 quid. And then I also got Shield for another 40, which is a bit insane, or 400, maybe another 50. But out over 6 months, it's not that much, and I paid off like X amount right at the beginning. So brilliant. So I recommend going to Very and doing their credit thing, or maybe I'll just do a similar thing. Other brands are available. I'm not repping for Very. I wish. Very, if you want to pay me a commission, I'm here. I'll say you did good business all day long. So, the Switch itself, I have played it docked and undocked a lot. I spend about 2 hours a day travelling to and from work on a bus, which is but those journeys are now amazing because I get to catch Pokemon all for 2 hours a day. I've already had it for a few weeks and I've already sunk more than 10 hours into both Pokemon games, played a bit of Mario Kart, as well as a few games I reviewed. One of which was Hero Land, which you should have watched last week. If not, go back and see my review for that. I've also been given a chance to review One Finger Death Punch 2, which is really, really good. So expect a video on that one very soon. And I've played like some of the classic games you get. I played Tetris 99, which is really, really fun as well. Anyway, I keep about. Beep. So, the Switch itself, like I said, I'm so glad I got the version. It's not just the Lite. I'm sorry, Mike. I know you were saying to me I don't need the whole version, but You know, for example, me and Hannah played it docked in Mario Kart. It was really, really awesome, really fun, and she couldn't believe how much better Mario Kart had gotten since the Wii because she hasn't played it since then. You know, and I have played it docked. I played like Pokemon Shield, actually really fun to play. I'm looking forward to playing like Zelda, the new one, Breath of the Wild, on a big screen as well. And I like the function that I can put it in. I can come home and charge it. I've even just taken the screen off and taken the control off the screen, put the screen on my desk at work, and just to give it a go, not Skype and work, and tried playing with like just one controller. And it's still really fun just on a small screen, just because I could take off the controller and add that extra element of play to it, I suppose. And yeah, it's added like an extra 3-4 hours a day into my gaming time. And what I also really, really like is that I can play the Switch, and you know, it's different. It feels different to a game because it's a big screen. It's got better, like big, meatier games, I suppose. Play the Switch while I'm watching, like, you know, I smashed through a load of Parks and Recreation and actually finished it because I was playing the Switch at the same time. So I was still playing Pokemon, which is relatively easy and simple. Maybe different if you're playing like Devil May Cry or Dark Souls. But still watching TV and getting through a load of series, which is awesome. So, onwards. So, onto the games I've been playing. Like I said, I go back and check out the Hero Land review. It's fine. It's a good background game, but not amazing. What is amazing is both Pokemon Let's Go and Pokemon Shield. They're very different. Pokemon Let's Go does Pokemon Blue or Yellow, but remastered with 3D graphics, and in the wild you do a Pokemon Go kind of capture where you've got to throw Pokeballs to battle them. But I haven't missed the battling because there's still loads of battling with the trainers. When you get to the story bits, you go up Pokemon Tower and all that sort of thing. You're still doing the main battles, so I haven't really felt that I've been missing that. So yeah, I've really enjoyed Let's Go. I like it's encouraged me to actually try and complete the Pokedex. I've enjoyed replaying the story, even though, you know, like I said, I play it every couple of years. I know it off by heart, but I've liked what they've changed about it. They've changed, you know, your friend that you have with you. They've changed the enemy trainer. Team Rocket is Jesse and James, for example, which I thought was quite cool. I like that the Pokemon you spend a lot of time with, so you can set one as your buddy to walk with you, as well as Pikachu, who's always on your shoulder, or Eevee, I guess. The buddy one, he can like shake off paralysis because you spent so much time training him and you know, being with that Pokemon, and it's kind of adds an extra layer to Pokemon. And I really like that because I am a bit of a Poke nerd, even though it's only really the first lot. I love Pokemon Go, I love Pokemon Blue, I now love Let's Go. So buy it, I would highly recommend it. Mike as well, my good friend and partner on the, you know, very frequent PS pod, also loves it. And because we battled each other a couple times, we've egged each other on to go and train more and become better. He's beat me twice, I will say that. On to Shield. Shield's very different. Shield's like classic Pokemon, battling everything. But there's lots of changes that I enjoyed. Obviously, if you might be watching this and you might know it, you might not. But basically, you do a bit of the story and you get to this massive wild area and you can just walk around and keep training your Pokemon and battling, and it's just so fun. It's awesome. Like, I love that there was a kind of RPG, even more of an RPG element with the big area. You get Gigantamax battles, which give you loads of candy, which means you can just like max out level your Pokemon, which I found really fun because it made the grinding even more like achievable in a way. I didn't want to spend ages grinding for one Pokemon. XP shared throughout the whole party. I haven't even done one gym yet, and I've played it for like, I said, like 7 to 10 hours. Maybe an exaggerate when I said over 10 hours earlier on. Yeah, honestly, Pokemon Shield is just so fun, and it kind of captures the first feeling I had with Pokemon as a kid, but it kind of brings it into the modern age. I think that's the best thing about it. It adds lots of new elements in, you know, and I like that you can see the wild Pokemon run around, so you kind of like, ooh, run away from it. And again, Pokemon Shield's blown me away. Mario Kart, I've only played it for like 2 hours, but it's exactly what you want it to be. It's Mario Kart, the old Mario Kart, but a bit better, more stuff added in. There's like floating and wall driving, and there's probably stuff that's been in other ones, but I haven't played it for a long time myself. So yeah, another great game. I'm not going to ruin One Finger Death Punch 2, because there is going to be a review for that, but it's this kind of simple stickman fighting game, but really good, and I do actually really like it, and I think it's a perfect Switch game. What's good about Switch, I suppose, there's so much on offer to just keep you busy and occupied, And I said that you can take it anywhere with you. You can set up anywhere you want to play a game. You can easily play with your friends with your controllers with most games, not all games I've found. And yeah, overall it's just an amazing experience. I'm so glad I bought one. I wish I bought one ages ago. I really wish I bought one before I travelled up to Birmingham by bus twice in January. That would have made those whole journeys way better. But it's awesome. Please buy one. You won't regret it. If you regret it, at me, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't regret it. The Switch, you know, I bought the grey version because I don't know, less kiddie. As you can see, I'm playing Pokemon Let's Go right now. And yeah, honestly, I'm just really impressed by it, more than I thought it would be. So go and buy one, okay? Because it's not an endorsement for Nintendo, it's an endorsement for your heart. Buy a Switch now! Thanks very much for taking the time to watch my video. Don't forget to look through all of our other great videos here on YouTube. Head over to respawning.co.uk to see all of our written content, and go to patreon.co.uk/respawning if you fancy giving us a little bit of money to help us out.